Hello, you guys. My name is Catherine Todd, Amy in the course, and I am excited to get back into Dr. Crosby's classes because I always love a good video response. Again, my name is Catherine Todd, Miss Todd to my students, and I am a special education teacher at Lee County Primary School in Leesburg, Georgia. I currently work with kindergarten and first grade students in both the co-taught setting and pull-out special education setting. In addition to that, I also serve on my school's leadership team, and I am also currently mentoring a first-year special education teacher, which is kind of crazy because I'm only a six-year teacher, in my sixth year. So because of this, I'm often involved in collaborative planning, decision making regarding the school's instruction, and supporting teachers. So today I will be sharing my takeaways and thoughts on Standard 3 and Standard 4 and what these standards mean to me in my role as a teacher leader. I also would like to add that I'm also in the cohort for my district for leadership. And so I'm pretty much getting two specialists at one time that have to do with leadership. It's been a really cool opportunity to work with Glissy based out of Atlanta. They come down with us once a month. So that's been a cool opportunity to get some extra added info along with all of the info I'm learning here in my specialists. So regarding Standard 3, which was related to curriculum and collaboration, when I think about that standard, I really think about the importance of knowing your stuff. It's as simple as that. And as a special education teacher, this means more than understanding IEPs and accommodations. It means having a strong understanding of the general education curriculum and how it is structured. Because I work with kindergarten and first grade students in both the co-taught and pull-out settings, I have to understand how the standards are sequenced and how the skills need to develop over the year. This helps me support students more effectively and collaborate with my co-teachers more meaningfully. One part of Standard 3 that really stuck out for me is the focus on collaborative planning. In my co-taught situations, collaboration is key, is essential. I mean, we've been saying that for years. You have to have a good co-taught relationship for it to work, and the collaboration is essential. So planning together with my co-teachers allows us to align what we're going to be instructing for week by week and adjusting the lessons appropriately and ensuring that my students with disabilities are able to access the grade level material. Another part of this standard is looking at the student work. I mean, looking at the student data and the work samples together, which we do as a grade level, and I do with my gen ed teacher, and looking at this together helps us maintain like high expectations while still providing the students with what they need. This, like I said, is super important in special educations where it has to be aligned and the expectations have to remain like rigorous. You have to have a plan in place. But overall, Standard 3 just emphasizes that teacher leaders need a deep understanding of curriculum in order to support both students and colleagues in being able to ensure that, instruction across the classrooms is high quality. And so I've really tried to hone in on this in my past 2 years as a co-teacher, because especially going into this year, knowing that I was going to have someone I had to mentor, you can't mentor someone if you don't have that deep understanding of what you are needing to mentor her on. And so I needed that deep understanding on standards and the gen ed curriculum. And so Anyway, now moving into Standard 4, which focused on mentoring and coaching. This strongly connects to my current role. Like I said, as someone who is mentoring for the first time and mentoring a first-year special education teacher, I see how important effective coaching and support are, especially in a first-year teacher's career. I got that support and effective coaching in my first year, and so I'm hoping that I am providing that for this first-year teacher. One of my biggest takeaways from Standard 4 is that mentoring isn't about having all of the answers. It's about listening, offering that guidance and helping my mentee, my teacher, reflect on what she is doing while also building up her confidence. Another example of this is when she had her first IEP meeting. I was in there with her, of course, and I guided the process, tried to guide the steps, but of course there were some mistakes made and things that probably shouldn't be said in the order that they were said. And so I used that moment to really mentor her through the process, let her come watch me conduct meetings, and she really appreciated the feedback, the honest feedback, and also just making sure that I was still building her confidence by telling her what she did do good at. And so I have really been practicing the standard this year. But you don't always know everything, and you have to go in with that attitude too, not that you know everything. Another key part of the standard is, being able to model the instructional practices that I talked to her about, whether it's my co-teaching strategies, providing the differentiation with the materials and the instruction in the classroom, or behavior supports, which is a big thing now in special education. I try to model effective instruction and effective ways to manage behavior, and that helps other teachers see how the strategies could be applied in the real life setting. And that's what I am trying to do for her. So I've really been trying to be the best. I always want to be the best, but when you have someone who's really looking at you and you have to be an example, I really have been trying to hone in on this and not really show that, like, all the bad days and like all the bad moments, and try to really model that. This standard also shows us, like, supporting teachers with lesson planning and instructional decisions. And so this standard kind of showed that for us, like in there, like supporting the teachers with what decisions that we make and helping teachers plan, meaningful lessons and understand how to deliver instruction. That's something, that I've been working on again with my mentee, and what I'm doing to model for her and show her how to plan lessons within those pull-out settings and how it can be effective and in those co-taught settings. Helping her understand that and being able to deliver that, it also clearly benefits not only her, but the school as a whole. So overall, Standard 4 reinforces that teacher leaders play a key role in supporting professional growth, which is what I'm trying to do this year, and that goes to show through mentoring, collaboration, and shared leadership. And so we are the key roles in developing great teachers. And so you never know when you're going to be a mentor. Reflecting on both of these standards, though, has helped me better understand the responsibilities that I do have as a teacher leader, particularly within my special education realm. Again, Standard 3, it focused on strong curriculum knowledge and collaboration, while Standard 4, focused on the mentoring, the coaching, and modeling, instruction, good instruction. So as I continue serving on the leadership team and mentoring, hopefully in the future, I did a good job and I can mentor some more new special education teachers, because they're always coming in the building. So as I continue doing this at Lee County Primary School, these two standards definitely will guide how I support colleagues and plan my instruction and being able to, expect high expectations for all of our students. So I'm at about 10 minutes, so perfect timing.